70, humidity 84%. East wind at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 25, pressure 30.07 inches and rising. Elsewhere, Stewart, it was partly sunny, temperature 79 degrees. At Okeechobee, it was partly sunny. Variable wind, at 5 miles per hour. The pressure was 30.03 inches, and steady. West Palm Beach, it was partly sunny, temperature 81 degrees, wind northeast at 5 miles per hour. Melbourne, sunny, 80 degrees, east wind at 10 miles per hour. The Kennedy City Center, cloudy, 71 degrees, east wind at 6 miles per hour. Orlando, it was partly sunny, 77 degrees, east wind at 3 miles per hour. In Leesburg, mostly sunny, 79, wind east at 5 miles per hour. In Daytona Beach, cloudy, 80, wind east at 5 miles per hour. Tampa, mostly sunny, 80, wind east at 6 miles per hour. In Jacksonville, partly sunny, 84, wind east at 16 miles per hour. Miami, light rain, 75, wind southeast at 10 miles per hour. Again for Fort Pierce, the temperature 75 degrees and partly sunny, with a wind east 15 miles per hour, gusting to 24. Marine observations, at the buoy 6 nautical miles northeast of Fort Pierce Inlet, water temperature 77, seas 2 feet with a period of 3 seconds. At the buoy 20 nautical miles east of Cape Canaveral, air temperature 79 degrees and water temperature is 79. Seas 1 foot with a period of 8 seconds. At 125 nautical miles east New Smyrna Beach, air temperature 79 degrees, sea temperature 81. East wind at 10 knots. Scripps Buoy 4 miles east of Port Canaveral, water temperature 77, seas 1 foot with a period of 9 seconds. Settlement Point on Grand Bahama Island, air temperature 80 degrees, wind east at 13 knots. Serving Fort Pierce and vicinity, this is NOAA Weather Radio Station WWF 69, the voice of the National Weather Service. This broadcast comes to you from the National Weather Service office in Melbourne, Florida, on a frequency of 162.425 MHz. A required weekly test of the NOAA Weather Radio public warning system is conducted each Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon and again between 6 and 8 p.m. If severe weather is expected, this test will be postponed until the following day. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WWF 69 Fort Pierce, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.425 MHz and serving the following counties: Martin, St. Lucie, Okeechobee and Indian River. Also covering the intracoastal and coastal waters from Sebastian Inlet to Jupiter Inlet out to 60 nautical miles. Severe weather watches, warnings and advisories for these counties and the marine area are preceded by alarm tones which activate specially built receivers. During severe weather, the routine broadcast is suspended in order to broadcast severe weather information. Broadcasts will be interrupted for immediate transmission of severe weather information as soon as it is issued. At all other times, Station WWF 69 will broadcast weather information in a cycle of selected products relevant to the station's broadcast coverage area. This broadcast will normally include the following products when available: the hazardous weather outlook for East Central Florida, public forecasts from the short term out to 5 days, hourly weather conditions and marine reports for selected locations in and around the broadcast area, marine forecasts out to 5 days, the weather wall and hazards for the Gulf Stream, tide information and surf temperatures. Daily climate information is broadcast from 5 a.m. until 8 a.m., and again from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. Civil emergency and public safety information are broadcast as it is received from local, state, and other federal agencies. If you have any questions about NOAA Weather Radio broadcasts or comments regarding our services, our mailing address is National Weather Service, 421 Croton Road, Melbourne, Florida, 32935. Our telephone number is 321-255-0212. And our website address is weather.gov/Melbourne. The latest available surf temperatures as of Monday. Daytona Beach was 79 degrees. The Port Canaveral buoy was 78 degrees. Fort Pierce was 76 degrees. And Jensen Beach was 76 degrees. Here is the tide information. Daytona Beach shores, Sunglow Pier. Low tide Tuesday at 8:57 a.m. High tide Tuesday at 3:06 p.m. Low tide Tuesday at 9:25 p.m. High tide Wednesday at 3:17 a.m. Port Canaveral. Low tide Tuesday at 8:49 a.m. High tide Tuesday at 3:08 p.m. Low tide Tuesday at 9:07 p.m. High tide Wednesday at 3:09 a.m. Sebastian Inlet Bridge. Low tide Tuesday at 8:57 a.m. High tide Tuesday at 2:56 p.m. Low tide Tuesday at 9:20 p.m. High tide Wednesday at 3:13 a.m. Fort Pierce Inlet, South Jetty. Low tide Tuesday at 9:03 a.m. High tide Tuesday at 3:13 p.m. Low tide Tuesday at 9:26 p.m. High tide Wednesday at 3:30 a.m. Tropical weather outlook. Issued at 7:46 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. For the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of America, offshore of the southeastern United States coast, a non-tropical area of low pressure is forecast to form near or offshore of the southeastern United States coast along the frontal boundary during the next couple of days. If the low remains offshore, it could gradually develop some subtropical or tropical characteristics later this week while moving northeastward at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Formation chance through 48 hours, low, 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 10%. The current time is 10:22 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The forecast for the Fort Pierce NOAA Weather Radio listening area. Today, becoming cloudy late in the afternoon and towards sunset. Thunderstorms likely. Showers. Some storms may produce heavy rainfall. Highs in the lower 80s. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Tonight, thunderstorms likely. Showers. Lows in the lower 70s. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, decreasing to 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of rain 80%. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with showers and thunderstorms likely. Highs in the lower 80s. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the mid-70s. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, decreasing to 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of rain 50%. Thursday, considerable cloudiness with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 50%. Thursday night, partly cloudy. Chance of showers and thunderstorms in the late evening and early morning. Then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. Chance of rain 40%. Friday, partly sunny late in the morning, then considerable cloudiness. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s. Chance of rain 50%. The 10 a.m. weather roundup. At Fort Pierce, under partly sunny skies, temperature 75 degrees, dew point 71, humidity 87%. Wind east at 15 miles per hour, gusting to 24, pressure 30.05 inches and rising. At Vero Beach with haze occurring, the visibility 1 mile, temperature 75 degrees, dew point 70, humidity 84%. East wind at 17 miles per hour, gusting to 25, pressure 30.07 inches and rising. Elsewhere, Stewart, it was partly sunny, temperature 79 degrees. At Okeechobee, it was partly sunny. Variable wind at 5 miles per hour. The pressure was 30.03 inches and steady. West Palm Beach, it was partly sunny, temperature 81 degrees, wind northeast at 5 miles per hour. Melbourne, sunny, 80 degrees, east wind at 10 miles per hour. At Kennedy Space Center, cloudy, 79 degrees, east wind at 6 miles per hour. In Orlando, it was partly sunny, 77 degrees, east wind at 3 miles per hour. In Leesburg, mostly sunny, 79, winds at 5 miles per hour. In Daytona Beach, cloudy, 80, winds at 5 miles per hour. Tampa, mostly sunny, 80, winds at 6 miles per hour. In Jacksonville, partly sunny, 84, winds at 16 miles per hour. Miami, light rain, 75, wind southeast at 10 miles per hour. Again for Fort Pierce, the temperature 75 degrees and partly sunny. Wind northeast 15 miles per hour, gusting to 24. The wind oscillations at the north 6 nautical miles northeast of Fort winds 10 to 15 miles per hour.